Hello, everyone, in the Peace of Mind group and probably on YouTube later. Hopefully, you can hear me. I'm using a little earbud thing that allegedly has a mic. So, if anyone gets on here and can't hear me, let me know. So, I had a little insight the other morning. I was talking to somebody on Facebook. I think it's somebody in our group, but they posted on their main Facebook page something about OCD, and it said something about it being an illness, a disease, OCD being a disease, and to me, that doesn't seem helpful to label things like OCD as a disease. It for me, it's when you label something, when you give it a name like that, and you tell somebody they have a disease, then that's, then that sounds like a final thing. This is what you have. It's you. It's who you are. And so I posted something, a sort of rebuttal to that. That what I just said, that it doesn't seem helpful to me to think that to call OCD a disease, where it's just like all things, anxiety and other stuff that happens in our minds. It's made of thought, and it comes and goes as well. It's not it's not who you are or what you are, or it doesn't mean you're going to be an OCD person your whole life, and it's not, and it's just simply not a disease. So that was my comments to her, that it didn't seem helpful. But the next day, I was, I don't know, just up in the morning or middle of the night or something, and I had this thought about mental health. Now, we talk all the time about mental wellness, and that's underneath our thoughts and all that kind of stuff. But I saw it differently when I was thinking of the word mental health, because that's a big thing in society, right? We either have mental health or we don't have mental health. It seems like is what doctors might tell people, and what our society believes in general. If you have general anxiety disorder, then you allegedly don't have mental health. If you have OCD, then you don't have mental health, according to our society and doctors as well. But it occurred to me that we always have mental health. Mental health is the space in which anxiety occurs, or OCD occurs, or panic attacks occur, or anger occurs, or anything that you might label as some sort of mental illness occurs. It could even be delusion, schizophrenia, any kind of mental illness occurs within the space of mental health. Now, that's looked different to me than how I've seen it before, because I've thought about, we have mental well-being underneath our thoughts. It's always there, or in the space between thoughts, but it is the space. It is the mental health is us. We are a living, breathing example of mental health, but sometimes anxiety occurs within that space of mental health. Sometimes a panic attack occurs within that space of mental health. Sometimes someone has OCD within that space. Sometimes someone has delusions within that space. But that space of mental health is there always. It's us. It's not even a space. It's everything. And I just, for me, I hadn't seen it the same way. It may sound the same to you guys, but for me, it was a different level of seeing it. To think about it that way, it just made it all make so much more sense to me, and hopefully, maybe it makes a little more sense to you guys as well. Let me know in the comments, and I'll talk to you some other time. Bye.